Jake, that's a nice shirt and hat.
Thanks, man. Dude, when you read the same Bible passage every day, you just start doing everything the same.
I totally copied your lead, bro. I love it. Psalm 47, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Verse 8 says, God reigns over the nations. God sits on his holy throne. And then if you flip over to our passage in John, at the end of 14 in verse 30, Jesus, wrapping up a portion of his teaching to the disciples, says, I will no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming. He has no claim on me, but I do as the Father has commanded me, so that the world may know that I love the Father. Rise, let us go from here. What is going on there? Who is in charge here?
Who's king? Right. Yeah. So this is an idea really that traces all throughout the scriptures, right? This idea of uh, rulership and
Yeah.
dominion on earth and in heaven, and this whole thing. And God is the king of all, like it says in Psalm 47. I love this psalm because really it just celebrates the kingship of God, how he is on the throne, he's in control, he's over it all. But then also, like you pointed out, what's going on, because we hear language in the scriptures of Satan having some kind of dominion, some kind of
Right.
kingdom, and all of this stuff. And I think the easiest way to hopefully help and make it make sense is to go all the way back to the Garden of Eden, where God creates everything and he establishes humans, Adam and Eve, at the head or at the helm of the ship, if you would. They're the rulers. They have dominion. They're to go and take the lead on earth. However, when Satan slithers into the garden, the serpent, Adam and Eve essentially hand the keys to the kingdom over to him when they sin and submit to what he's saying to do. And it's at that point that Satan really comes into power on earth until you get into Genesis chapter 3, and you see this mention, the first mention of a coming king, a coming ruler who will defeat him, essentially. And that is speaking to, it's pointing forward to Jesus. And so when Jesus shows up, and Matthew's gospel does a really good job of presenting Jesus as the promised serpent crusher, as this one who will come and take dominion. Jesus really does that on the cross and fulfills that whole thing. And so while Satan does have power, he does have some authority, he does have dominion because of the fall of man. Ultimately, when we talk about Jesus and what happened with his death and resurrection, he defeats Satan, he defeats sin and death, and ultimately, while that throne is his right now, already, there's an element of not yet. That's language you'll hear us talk about in the church students a lot, is this idea of already and not yet.
Yeah.
And this plays right into that. Jesus is already king, but he is going to come back, and that kingship will be recognized in a more complete way. And so it's kind of a lot of stuff I'm trying to sum up in hopefully a concise answer. But
Well,
all
no,
that,
and you nailed it. And Jesus even, that's why he can say this word here. He has no claim on me,
yeah,
but I do as the Father has commanded me. And this Father, this is the same one that in the beginning of Psalm 47, we clap our hands, we shout and sing with songs of joy. Because we trust that, as you said, there will be a day when God will come back and reestablish his true rule over the earth. And we're going to read about, actually in that same passage in John, the hope that we have within us until that day comes, another helper, an advocate.
Yeah, so good. Um, it's funny because I was thinking about the kingship of God, Jesus, and then also the tie-ins. There's so many. We don't have time for them, but just two quick ones.
Yeah.
John 14. Like, what do we do in light of the fact that like God is King, Jesus is my
Hmm.
King? One, like Jesus says in John 15, if you love me, keep my commands, right? So
Hmm.
like if you have a king, you do what the king says.
Yeah.
But Jesus doesn't say do this because you're my royal subject.
Yeah, totally.
He says if you love me. And then the second thing, real quick, is just that because God is king, I can have this peace that he talks about in John 14. Peace I
Yeah.
give you. Don't let your heart be troubled. And like we were talking about, there's so much stuff. We were talking about it yesterday, but so much stuff going on right now in our
Hmm.
world. And it's just comforting to know that he's the king over it all, you know? So
So good, man. Oh, so good every day. Love it.
hey,
All right, dude. Well, Psalm 48 tomorrow.
looking forward to it,
Enjoy the
brother.
beautiful weather.
All right. Peace.